Thank you very much, Mrs. Huerta. If I can please have those that are here with the Texas State Aquarium, could you please move forward? What? Oh. Come up front with me. Okay. And please ask the rest of your party to please come up front here as well. Bring the money. We have our priorities straight. Please, everyone, come forward. We're so glad to see all of you here. All these wonderful community leaders that believe in our aquarium, that have been part of their success. I thank you so much for making the time to be here today. And we have also our fearless leader. Please, let's make a little bit more room for everyone to come in. Thank you. We have our president and CEO, Tom Schmid, who's here, and he has a music to our ears announcement.
Well, thank you so much, Mayor. It was about 20 years ago to this day that the city of Corpus Christi and the Texas State Aquarium came together and worked on an agreement to help out the aquarium. We had significant commercial debt at that time, and the city issued certificates of obligation, which allowed us to drop our interest rate quite a bit, and that really strengthened our balance sheet. It strengthened our operating plan, and after a series of kind of challenging years, the first several years where we saw attendance declines from about 600,000 people a year to less than 400,000, it was an interesting time for the aquarium. And so this partnership allowed us to begin reinvesting in the aquarium, building new exhibits. I think the first couple of ones we did were a seahorse and jellyfish exhibit. We saw an attendance increase for the first time since the aquarium opened. That was in 1998. Shortly thereafter, we invested $15 million in private funding to build a habitat for dolphins, Dolphin Bay. That opened in 2003. A series of exhibits coming online after that, and along the way, an animal rehabilitation program that's rehabbed and released over 1,000 animals back into the wild, birds, marine mammals, manatees, sea turtles, an education program that's been able to share programming with over 1 million students and teachers from across Texas and across the nation, a conservation and research program that's now committed over $250,000 to projects for local scientists who are working on important Gulf of Mexico species. And we've also become, I think, an important economic impact generator for the city. Over the last 10 years, over $400 million in economic activity that's been generated by the aquarium. Just the construction of our Caribbean wing alone will be over $100 million, and about $36 million going to city coffers and other local taxing entities. So on behalf of the Texas State Aquarium Association, we also work together with the city to renegotiate our lease agreement with the city, and using that lease agreement allowed us to secure financing to move forward on certainly our most ambitious project ever, which is the Caribbean wing. Part of the agreement in that lease operating agreement was that we satisfy our debt service, and so today I'm very pleased to present to Ron Olson. I'm going to give the check to him, Nelda. A check for $330,000, which represents the final debt service payment. So for the first time in our 25-year history, the Texas State Aquarium is debt-free. Ron's looking closely at the number. He wants to make sure that it's accurate. And just a quick update, construction on the new wing is going well. We're about halfway finished now with construction. Over 380,000 cubic feet of reinforced concrete, 2.5 miles of life support piping, significant infrastructure, halfway finished. We're on schedule for opening in spring of 2017. The fundraising campaign going very well, and I want to recognize Denise Squires and Larry Urban, our chair and past chair, and Darcy and Susan Hutchinson as well, some of our trustees who are very active, Kim Hammer in our fundraising program, and the rest of our staff. We've secured commitments of over $43 million so far on our $50 million goal. So we are well on our way to reach the goal of $50 million by about a year from now, when we'll be opening the doors to the Caribbean wing.
I rarely get a chance to hold a check with that many numbers on it. Thank you very much, Tom. we appreciate all that the aquarium does. We appreciate the city's partnership with you all and all that you do for us. So thank you very much.
It's been a great partnership with the city, and I think this is a great example of how private entities, not-for-profit entities, and the city can partner together to do great things to move this community forward. So we feel the same way, a great relationship.
Well, and this has already put us on the national map, and certainly people globally know about us, but I think with this expansion, this is going to be world-class. And so you're a wonderful asset to the city of Corpus Christi and the region. I do want to ask Mr. Olson to pass this check around to each and every council member so they can say they held this check and they saw it. So if you can do that, they can have this memory, not only through the visual, but through the tactile. And they have seen it. So thank you all again, and your leadership, and it's may we have many more years. And I just read the email about one of the best Easter weekends that you've had, comparable to others. It's way up there. Like if my understanding, it's in the top 2 Easter. Yeah. So since the original grand opening year, to have a record Easter weekend and to be celebrating this is reflective of the commitment that the whole community has to this aquarium, and its original vision has become true. We thank you and your leadership, and we know that things don't get done, that the best things in a community that get done come from volunteerism. So thank all of you for your commitment. We thank you, and my last question is where's that check? That's a lot of burgers. All right, thank you all. Let's big round of applause for them.
And also, as just a token of our appreciation, Rocky's going to be passing out to each council member and the mayor. This is we also celebrated our 25th anniversary recently, and so this is a book that commemorates the aquarium and how it's fit in the community over the 25 years. So hopefully this will keep the aquarium top of mind for you all. And if you need more, let me know.
Who is she?
Congratulations all. Hey Larry, good to see you, sir. Congratulations.
I think that's going to be a little bit better. Thank you. Cesar Chavez Day. Is there anyone here? Or please come forward. Mr. Loving? You have our IBEW. Thank you. Craig, you don't want to come up front? Okay, come up. Yeah. You have plenty of people. Come on up here, Craig. Yeah. Yeah. They'll text it to you. Cesar Estrada Chavez was born on March 31st, 1927, near Yuma, Arizona, and passed away on April 23rd, 1993, in San Luis, Arizona. Cesar was a recipient of the United States Presidential Medal of Freedom in the Aguila Azteca, Mexico's most prestigious award to an individual. He also led the first successful farm workers union in United States history and was president of the United Farm Workers of America, AFL-CIO. Education was Cesar Chavez's passion because it was not readily available to him as a child, and he learned about injustice at a very early age, a lesson he would never forget. Cesar was noted for saying, "The love for justice that is in us is not only the best part of our being, but is also the most true to our nature." Cesar Chavez made people aware of the struggles of farm workers for better pay and safe working conditions. He sought recognition of the importance and dignity of all farm workers. He believed in reaching his goals through nonviolent tactics and trained his union workers before sending them into cities where they were to be using boycotts and picketing as their weapons. The death of Cesar Chavez marked an era of dramatic changes in American agriculture. Cesar Chavez, who insisted that those who labor in the earth were entitled to share fairly in the rewards of their toil, will never be forgotten. Now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby humbly proclaim April the 2nd, 2016, 17th annual celebration of Cesar Chavez Day in Corpus Christi, Texas, and I encourage all the citizens to join us, to join me in recognizing with our council members the contributions and sacrifices made by Cesar Chavez for farm laborers and for the manner in which he achieved his goal. Gracias, felicidades, and may the legacy continue to live on.
Thanks a lot, Mayor. Mark Flores is my name. Thank you all for coming.
Oh, well, invite everybody to the march.
Everybody come April the 2nd. So
What time?
between 11 and 2:30.
What time do they meet?
11.
Okay, where?
They're going to be there at the corner of Agnes, like they've been before. Agnes and Port. Yes, yeah. And then of course they're going to march to the church right there first,
St. Joseph.
St. Joseph Church, and then they'll go to the Art
Garcia
Museum,
Center.
Garcia Center.
Craig, say.
I really don't have anything to add to that. No, the mayor's done a fine job. She's been to quite a few of these events, as I have as well, and it's to celebrate Cesar Chavez's life and all his contributions he made to the labor movement and to bring up the laborers' standing in society, because those poor folks, they used to have to work in terrible conditions in the midst of poison and with very dangerous implements. So, thank God that time has ended, and we just kind of keep moving forward. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you all.
I'll move that way because we don't have any.
Oh, yes, quick, sorry. Okay. There we go.
Oh, you're still there. You coming over there this time? Carolyn, I'm trying to get away from the girls.
Earth Month 2016 and Earth Day, Bay Day 2016. Do you know I posted Jack's cups again? Well, I mean, for the first time there, but I've shared it. I have to tell you, that's one of the most powerful videos. Just to let you all know a little bit about Jace Tunnel. His son is Jack. And at the time, he did this little video, and it shows what happens when you throw in through our windstorm system and the guttering when we have when we have rain coming through, that it picks up all the trash that's in the streets and then takes it through our stormwater system. And you can go to YouTube and you can Google what?
All the cups.
All the cups. And Jack was 6 or 7 when he was a narrator.
6 years old. Right.
6 years old, so I encourage you all to Google that. But today, since April 1988, Corpus Christi has celebrated Earth Day, which later became known as Earth Month. In April 2000, we began celebrating Earth Day, Bay Day each year with the focus on raising awareness about the environment and our responsibility for keeping our community litter-free and protected so that everyone can enjoy our bays and habitats forever. Try to keep them free of cups as well. Special recognition is given to Dinah Bowman. Her art entitled Our Bays and Estuaries Are the Cradle of Sustainability has been selected this year to celebrate Earth Day, Bay Day on Saturday, April 9th, 2016 at Heritage Park. Now, there, pursuant to the powers vested in me as your mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby humbly proclaim April 2016, Earth Month 2016, and Saturday, April 9th, Earth Day, Bay Day 2016 in Corpus Christi, Texas. And I encourage all of our citizens to combine their efforts to conserve and protect our bays and habitats, to support recycling efforts, and to clean up our city. This will ensure our ability to enjoy our sparkling city by the sea for current and future generations. Thank you all for your hard work.
Thank you, Mayor. So the Coastal Bend Bays Foundation will be hosting, as the Mayor said, on April 9th from 10 to 5 p.m. at the Heritage Park, the Earth Day Bay Day. In previous years, we've had up to 10,000 people there. So we have a rock climbing wall that I know many of you want to try to get on. And for kids, there's kid fishing, the resource agencies, the city actually has a booth. So we encourage everybody to come down, and thank you, Mayor, and thank the City Council and the support that the city's given us throughout the years. Thank you very much. And we've brought come bearing gifts. Oh, Dinah Bowman. Okay, here's the.
Yes, I was very appreciative of being invited to design the poster for this year. As you can see, we've got our wonderful redfish, and our bays and estuaries are our cradle of responsibility for the nursery grounds, for all the wealth and benefit that we have for our communities. So please come to Bay Day, Earth Day, and enjoy all the festivities that we have available to you, and get a signed poster. They'll be there, and shirts, and other stuff. So, what you want to say?
Yes, just excited, glad everybody could come and share in the proclamation. Everybody's excited about conservation, the message. I love the theme. There's some flyers at the back if anybody wants to take flyers and spread the message. Thank you, Mayor.
And join.
Yeah, we need to
Oh, so if you'd like to join, baysfoundation.org. If you'd like to join the organization, $25 per year, and Earth Day is our big campaign for trying to get new members. And so we do a lot of stuff for the community, not only this Earth Day, Bay Day, but in the fall we have an environmental awards banquet where we look at the conservationists around the Coastal Bend and hand out awards to the top folks. And then we also have coastal issues forums where we monthly we have environmental forums about the hot topics that are going on. And so those are held at the Del Mar Economic Development Center on the second Monday of every month. So we encourage people to come out to that. And then we also have cleanups and stuff that we do 3 times a year at Packery Channel. And so if you're interested, get on our email list, go to baysfoundation.org, and you can find out more information. Thank you very much.
and we need volunteers as well. Thank you.
Rudy, you have to stand up, dude.
Get Rudy, get over here.
We haven't even started talking. Yeah, right. Of course not.
Passage of the Equal Pay Act in 1963. Women, especially minority women, continue to suffer the consequences of unequal pay. In 2009, the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act was signed into law, which allows employees their day in court to challenge a pay gap. Now we must pass the Paycheck Fairness Act, which would amend the Equal Pay Act by closing loopholes and improving the law's effectiveness. According to the United States Census Bureau in 2014, women in the state of Texas working full-time year-round typically earn less than 82% of what men earned, indicating little change or progress in equal pay equality. Nearly 4 in 10 mothers are primarily breadwinners in their household, and nearly 2/3 are primarily, frankly, they're primary or significant earners, making pay equality critical to families' economic security. So a lifetime of lower pay means women have less income to save for retirement and less income counted in a Social Security or a pension benefit formula, or frankly, just to contribute to their family's success. National Equal Pay Day, Tuesday, April the 12th. It symbolizes the time in 2016 when the wages paid to American women catch up to the wages paid to men in 2015. We believe that fair pay strengthens the security of families today, and it eases future retirement costs while enhancing the American economy. Now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as your mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I hereby humbly proclaim April the 12th, 2016 as National Equal Pay Day in Corpus Christi, Texas, and I urge all of our citizens to recognize the full value of the women's skills and significant contributions to the labor force. And I further encourage businesses to conduct internal pay evaluations to ensure that all women are being paid fairly. Thank you all for what you're doing.
Thank you, Mayor and City Council. The YWCA and other women's organizations in the community are hosting a luncheon on April 12th at Dos Camales at 11:45, and we especially want young women to come because it is in our first jobs that we accept lower pay, and throughout our careers we want to do better, but we're lacking in finding parity and starting with that and keeping up with it. So we're working together in the community and appreciate all of your support. Thank you. Nancy Wesson Dodd, President, CEO of the YWCA Corpus Christi.
Thank you. Appreciate everything that you all are doing. Please, let's stand up for a picture here. Thank you. Let's all at one time. Go this way.
We're walking. They're the same.
Hey there. Sorry, I was daydreaming. Good to see you. I apologize.
Good to see you all. Good to see you all. Hi, thank you all. Christian, great to see you.
How's it going? Good to see you.
Dr. Scott, it's good to have you here. National Public Safety Telecommunications Week. Just in case some of you who may hear for the first time, we haven't had a meeting in a while, so we had some of our proclamations back up, but these are certainly celebrations that we want to acknowledge. Come on over, sister. Thank you. If I can have Chief Markle and Chief Rocha, if you could come by me, please, and thank you. Appreciate that very, very much. in Chief Shower. I wanted to get your title correctly. Can you please come and stand with us as well? We appreciate your leadership. Every day at the Corpus Christi Police Department Metrocom, dedicated public safety telecommunicators answer calls for service. They dispatch calls for help to local police and fire departments, facilitating the execution of emergency rescue and law enforcement operations in Nueces County. And the men and women who work in Metrocom, they serve as vital links in Corpus Christi and Nueces County and are truly the first responders within the community, although rarely recognized because they are not physically at the scene, but they certainly are the first point of contact for relief. The time has arrived to show our appreciation for Metrocom employees and the nation's public safety telecommunicators alike, and therefore a week has been set aside to recognize these outstanding individuals for a job well done every single day. Now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as your mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby humbly proclaim April the 10th through the 16th, 2016 as National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week in Corpus Christi, Texas, and I encourage all of our citizens to thank them for a job well done and to recognize them as the silent heroes of our community. Well done.
That's well deserved. I appreciate everybody standing up for our communicators because we have an emergency communication group like none other, and everyone should remember that it's not just Corpus Christi they dispatch for. It's for the entire Gulf Coast region. They do a tremendous job. They handle, I think last year they handled over 430,000 calls for service. You folks are the engine that keeps us moving. You keep us safe. They do so much for us. They let us know all the vital information we need. They send us to where we need to go. They're there for our backup. They are our first line of communication when we yell for help. We're yelling to one of these folks right here, and they're making sure that we have what we need to survive. So thank you so much for that. You know,
Who's your leader in your
Sylvia Utley May is our communications director. Come on over here, Sylvia. Don't be shy. All of a sudden, she's shy. This is not.
All right, let's take a quick picture. That's all right, Sylvia. That's a first, honey.
Sounds good.
Over here.
Thank you, folks.
Very much. Nice to see you too. Keep up the good work. I know. Yeah. Congratulations. Thank you, sweetheart. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Good to see you. Chief.
Chief. Make sure I got your title right. Sorry about that. Senior Citizen Month. I want all our young whippersnapper senior citizens to come. That's okay. No, we got it handled. She's our representative. Yeah, come on up, whippersnapper. Senior Citizen Month. Senior citizens are some of the greatest contributors to our society. They remind us all of where we have been and where they lead us to and where we want to go. Senior citizens are wise, accomplished, valued individuals and are outstanding teachers who offer their life's work of experiences and wisdom to our younger generations. In the Corpus Christi district of the Texas Southwest, Oh, thank you. Ecclesiastical Jurisdiction, which is the Church of God in Christ, along with Superintendent Larry Murphy and all the pastors of the Corpus Christi District, wish to honor our local citizens. We thank them for the many lessons they teach us and the strong values they instill in families and communities throughout our country. Now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby humbly proclaim April of 2016 as Senior Citizen Month in Corpus Christi, Texas, and I encourage all of our citizens to join me in recognizing and appreciating the senior members of our community. We could not do half the things we'd also do at our city for our community if we did not have our seniors. So thank you for us being able to acknowledge all the contributions that you do, not only in our city, but across the nation.
I am Patricia Michael Freelix, and I'm the past program coordinator for senior citizens under the Corpus Christi District, Southwest Ecclesiastical Jurisdiction. And we started this out by having a Senior Citizens Day, but we elected under the leadership of Superintendent Larry Murphy to make it a Senior Citizens Month and to include the entire city of Corpus Christi and surrounding areas, because we do not want to forget the contributions of all of our seniors. They have contributed so much in the medical fields, military, domestic areas, and we just want to acknowledge that. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, City Council.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Scott.
Got to put Lucy down there. Okay, Lucy needs to be down there. You're shuffling me. Smelling that food. Mark's already eating. Probably a little noodle or something.
I gotta have it right now. Right now. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Okay, I'd like at this time to have those individuals in the audience who are here to be sworn in to a city board or committee. If you can please come to the front area with me. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, these individuals have been appointed to the city council, by the city council to serve on, sorry, Michael, time's up. Oh. They've been appointed by our city council to serve on one of the city boards or commissions, and we appreciate your willingness to volunteer your time to serve the city in this manner. And all that we ask is that you make decisions that you feel are in the best interest of the citizens of our city. So if you can raise your hand when I say your name. We have Dante C. Miller, Building Standards Board. Dante's not here. Dr. Anthony Zacolilo. I hope I didn't. Oh my. I got trained. Committee for Persons with Disabilities, and Ernest Herrera, Committee for Persons with Disabilities. Also Tracy Farazan, Committee for Persons with Disabilities. Sherry Sperling, Island Strategic Action Committee. Charlie Knoll, Island Strategic Action Committee. And Aaron Huffman, Island Strategic Action Committee. Congratulations. Now after we're going to go to our oath, but after you finish your oath, where is Tammy? Okay, you're going to come see Tammy, and she'll do some final paperwork for you for your public service. But after I state, if you can raise your right hand, and after I state the word I, if you can state your name afterwards. So you say I, and then you say your name. Okay, ready? I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of a member of the board to which I have been appointed and upon which I am about to enter, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state and of this city. So help me God. Congratulations.
In the middle.
You know, no one notices that we move because they all get different pictures.
Colleen's a little taller.
Michael,
Well done.
do you need me to
Right.
drop? Congratulations, sir. Thank you for willing.